Hello. Um, I'm back. These are the Lunacorn Unicorn Chronicles. Basically, a video log of the process of creating my brand. So I decided that I'm going to do a weekly video log of behind the scenes, the process. Remember, the process ain't pretty. Um, so last video log, I shared with you a little bit about Lunacorn, Unicorn, and what she represents, her purpose. And so today I'm going to share behind the scenes of creating a brand and being an entrepreneur. I don't necessarily want to call myself an entrepreneur. I I don't feel like that's my title because I don't. My idea of an entrepreneur is someone who continues to create financial opportunities for themselves, and um, that's that's not that's not me. I don't think I'm an entrepreneur. I just happen to have this this idea, and it has created a mind of its own. So I don't necessarily consider myself an entrepreneur, but I guess that's what you call it if you're creating your own opportunity, your own financial opportunity. But the process of creating your brand, it is difficult. I'm not staying focused. Um, Remember, this is a safe space. Okay, so I'm being vulnerable here. I'm sharing with the world my behind the scenes, and I wish I was that dedicated individual that when I say that I'm going to do something, I actually execute it. I have not been. I haven't. Um, I don't even have an excuse. I'm a teacher. I'm on vacation, so I have enough time um, in between taking Antonio to workouts, taking him to practice, taking him to his training sessions. I still have time to work on Lunacorn Unicorn, but I allow myself to get distracted. Last week, I listened to some podcasts to motivate myself, but now it almost seems as if I'm using the podcast as a purpose, a distraction, purposely distracting myself. And I don't know why I do it, but I do. Um, it's a lot of paperwork that I need to complete for Lunacorn Unicorn, but I continue to distract myself. And another thing that I continue to distract myself with um, are ideas. I come up with some great ideas, like future products for Lunacorn Unicorn, which they're great. They're great ideas, and you know, potentially these are some great products for. I need to focus on one thing at a time. And I'm just becoming like a distraction to myself. And I'm like, why? And, when I intentionally do that, I, then I go to scripture and I'm like, God, order my steps. Like, instead of me like deciding this is what I'm going to do, I want you to order my steps because I'm not acting right. So I need you to step in. But also in that manner, it's like, God, I need you to step in and do exactly what I need you to do, how I need you to do it. So that doesn't work. When you ask him for his help, you have to be open to how he's going to help you. And that's something I'm learning too. So I need to be more focused. But I did listen to a podcast, Eric Thomas, I think it was Secrets to Success. And he's coming out with a new book in September, and it's UOU, which I signed up for because he was definitely giving some gems in the book. So um, they talked about how when he was building his company, how he thought, okay, I have all my paperwork in place. Now everything should just fall in place. I'm a good person. My company is going to help people. I'm doing right by people. I'm doing right by my employees. Now everything is just going to fall in place and everything is going to work smoothly. Didn't work out like that. And that's what I've been thinking with Lunacorn Unacorn. Lunacorn Unacorn is a great brand. She, focuses on the mental health of young people who have been impacted by trauma. All the components are there. So now it should just blow up overnight. It's not working like that. So that's what I have to work on because, I'm basing my hope off of this is how it should work out. This is what should happen. And it's not. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something that I have to continue to work. I have to work on it. I have to be more intentional. But I continue to, write my notes and journal. So another thing that I learned from Eric Thomas, it was 10 points about executing, whether it's spiritually, financially, what you have to do to get yourself in a place to execute, to move to that next level. That's what I have to work on that. It's easier said than done. Yeah. Um, One of the steps was to get it done, which I'm not getting it done. Carry it out, complete the task. So what I have done this week, and I'm definitely, so let me go back. Okay, what I'm doing this week, I wrote down some tasks that I need to complete for Lunacorn Unicorn, and I need to be more intentional so that I can hold myself accountable. Okay, so I can be all over the place with all of these wonderful ideas. Who's ever watching, please share. This is video log of the process of building a brand. So this is something that can be shared. I came up with some tasks that I need to complete. That's going to be very important for me to do as a part of building my brand. And so with that, I have to hold myself accountable. And I chose Bobby as my accountability partner, but I'm also holding myself accountable, um, because this is something that, it's important, because you can list all of these tasks, but if you don't complete them, if you don't carry it out, if you don't get it done, what's the point? And in the past, I've done that. I'll tell myself, okay, you need to get this done, you need to get that done. And I don't do it. I don't do it. I have every intention in the world to complete those tasks, but for some reason I don't execute. But in order for me, um, to build this brand, I'm gonna have to do it. Um, God did not bless me with Lunacorn, Unicorn for her to return to him void. That that just, it just can't happen. It's yeah, it's not going to happen. Um, so I am going to like log into my journal like time that I'm going to focus on completing these tasks. I'm not going to share the task. There's something like for your own purpose, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever your goal is in your business, set a task that you know that you need to complete. Um, then after that, strive to perfection. Now, it doesn't say strive to be perfect. Strive for perfection, which means you're always improving. Um, and with me, it's like if it's something is not perfect, then no, it's not going to work. It's not perfect. Complete it. If it needs to be modified, then you can modify it, but you can't modify it if you have not completed it. And that's something that I need to work on. And I realize that I don't complete certain tasks because I'm so afraid of failure. Oh my gosh. Like, I am deathly afraid of failure. And failure is a part of success, and that's a hard, for me, that's a hard pill to swallow, failing. And I'm thinking, like, oh my God, you're such a hypocrite. You tell your students it's okay if they don't do something right the first time, continue to try and try. And they're like, no, if I get it wrong, and that's the way I'm behaving. Like, if I don't do something right, I can't go back and change it to improve it, to make it better. So that's something that I'm working on. This is me. I'm being super transparent. I'm being vulnerable. Um, the next he talked about was fulfill your purpose in life. Um, Sometimes what you think is your purpose may not necessarily be your purpose, or maybe your purpose will change at different seasons in your life. And for me, sometimes I think my purpose has changed over time, if that makes any sense to you. I know there was a time when I thought your life's purpose was what this one particular thing, whatever it is, you had to do it for your entire life. That was your purpose. And now I feel like the purpose evolves, your purpose evolves over time, depending on different seasons in your life, if that makes any sense. Um, and also, it can be different. One person can have a purpose, that's what they do their entire life. Other people can have a purpose every season. I don't know. This is just me being philosophical, I guess. I don't know. So, but I feel like this particular season, I have a purpose that has changed, that has evolved. So, um, yeah, okay. Follow through to the end. I can get in the middle of something and I'd be like, you know what? Nope, it's not gonna work. and that's not just that's not a bad thing, but try following through to the end. And if it doesn't work, now you know how to pivot and change it up. If you don't complete it, and that's what a lot of things I do, I don't complete it. I'm like, I'll stop right there in the middle because I want that perfectness. And it's not always going to be that perfectness. So, yeah. Um, actualize it. So, I have visualized, you know, different aspects of Lunacorn, Unicorn. Like, oh my gosh, I can see in my head of, how Lunacorn, Unicorn is going to impact society. Like I've had it laid out. Um, and that helps me to want to execute because I can see it. I can visualize it, even though at this point she's not tangible. Um, but eventually she will be, and I can see it. It's like I've already seen it. Um, and I just need to make sure that I am following through with my steps so that what I see in my mind, because I can close my eyes and I can see everything that I want to happen for Lunacorn Unicorn. I can see it. So now I have to work toward seeing it with my eyes. Okay. I won't say it's easy to see things with your mind, but you can visualize it and it's there and you can see it clearly. Now I have to open my eyes and be able to see it. And that's when I know that I have executed my task. I have executed the voice, you know. Dr. Eric Thomas, he called this, I think, trust the voice and execute. But when I can open my eyes to see whatever it is that I see with my eyes closed, that's when I know that I have completed everything. So, yeah. Yeah. So, holding myself accountable to complete. I have like 4 tasks listed here. If I can complete 2 of these this week, just 2, if I can complete 2 of these, that would be, it would be really great. Um, I'm going to continue to be prayerful. I'm going to continue to be prayerful. Um, it's a scripture that I'm going to use this week. It's Isaiah 65 and 24. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking, I will hear. So that pertains to me, that he's already answered my prayers about Lunacorn, Unicorn. Okay. He's already answered before I even like, God, I need this. He's already answered it. So I just have to do my part. He's already doing his part. I just have to do my part. Uh, and that's so difficult. Um, yeah, so now I have to deliver on those tasks that I need to complete this week. Um, yeah, and I have to make sure that I'm not the distraction. And yeah, I just have to make sure that I'm not getting in my way. I'm not being a distraction to myself. So, yeah, yeah, that's what it is. So, it's what, 21 minutes. So, that's where I'm at, guys. You know, so I'm going to trust the voice and I'm going to execute. I'm going to complete these tasks. I'm not going to be a distraction to myself. So, yeah. Ooh, my hair looking rough. No braids. I told you guys it's going to be raw and transparent. So, thank you for tuning in or not. Um, yeah. So, the process ain't ready. This is building a brand. And I'm not perfect. I'm not pretending to be the guru. I'm just showing you the behind the scenes of Lunacorn, Unicorn. And yeah, this is me. Um, but in spite of everything that's going on in the world, whether you're happy or disappointed or indifferent or desensitized like I am, take a moment and shine your light in the dark. Goodbye.